This is the photograph that I've selected for editing. Let me share this to Snapseed from gallery. First, let us go for global adjustments using the Tune image tools. I will increase the brightness and contrast a little bit since the image is a bit dark to begin with. Not using the saturation tool now, we will adjust it later. Increase the ambience and reduce the highlights to recover some details in the sky. Increasing the shadows a bit and maybe add some warmth. Heading over to the details tool and adding a bit of structure to give clarity to the image and adding sharpness to sharpen the details of the photograph. Now let's add some vignette to the image to focus the viewer's attention more towards the center of the photograph. I will use the brush tool to dodge and burn the image to add some interesting lighting in the image. I will burn or increase the exposure to a small area in the sky and some areas in the foreground, that is the tea plantation area, to provide a feeling of light being cast from the open parts of the clouds to the foreground element. Meanwhile, I will dodge or reduce the exposure in the mountain ranges, which forms a part of the background to give it a more pronounced look and reduce haze in that particular area. Increasing saturation by a value of 5 in the areas where the photo was burned. It is to provide more color to those areas because burning can create a washed out effect. Selecting the curves tool and choosing the blue channel and checking whether increased blue tones in the highlight areas will look good. I have observed that it doesn't look good, so I'll add a bit of yellow color, which is the opposite of blue in RGB, to shadow and blacks to give a yellowish color to the greens in this image. I will do this by adding a point at the bottom left and dragging it downwards. Now I'll select the green channel and add a magenta tint to the highlight areas, which is the sky in this case. Since I don't want the midtones to be affected, I will use another point and adjust the curve. Using the Selective Tool to add some more local edits to create some areas of separation in the foreground to make it look more exciting. Once again, I will use the curve tool and form an S-curve to add more contrast to the image. As you can see, the saturation has increased quite a bit. This calls for another visit to Tune image tool and reducing the saturation value to give the photograph a realistic look. I do not like the fact that there is a bit too much of clarity, especially in the foreground. Let's remove that by using glow filter from the tools menu. Since we are concerned only about the excess clarity in the foreground, heading over to Stacks menu and using the brush to apply the glow filter only to the area that we want. The saturation has gone up to uncomfortable levels again, so let's reduce it again and maybe increase the highlights by a bit tiny amount. Yes, this will do. Since the image looks a bit cold, let us add a bit more warmth to balance out the colors. And we're done. That's it for this video. Don't forget to check out other videos in the channel and subscribe. I'm planning to do more tech videos as well. If you like this video, press the like button and share it to like-minded people. Until we meet again, take care and stay safe.